Okay, we are starting. Look at the topic land degradation and conservation measures. Okay, already I taught you this, but I am repeating it. Look at the line. We have shared our land with the past generations and will have to do so with the future generations too. Now, what is the meaning here? That the land resources they came to us from our forefathers. Okay, our forefathers used the land resources maybe for agriculture, maybe for any other purpose. In the same way how we got it from our forefathers, it will go to the next generation. In the future also it will be used by the coming generations. Okay, now 95% of our basic needs, that is food, shelter, clothing, that is roti, kapda, makan, these are the three basic things which we are getting directly or indirectly from the land. Of course, food directly from the land. Okay, then shelter also we make on the land. Clothing also indirectly we are getting from the land because cotton is grown in the field and it is used for making clothes. So that is how 95% of our daily needs or our basic needs, food, shelter, clothing, all these three we are able to satisfy from the land. Human activities have not only brought about degradation of land, but have also aggravated the pace of natural forces to cause damage to land. Now look at, there are two things given here. Human activities, clear? Now human activities, what they have done, they have aggravated the pace of natural forces to cause damage to land. Now human activities can be anything. It can be your agriculture, it can be deforestation, it can be clearing or mining the minerals. Okay, so these human activities, along with what they have done, they have they have aggravated, that means they have added more to with the natural forces to damage the land. The question I have given you, how is land degradation is taking place in India? So you need to keep in mind the headings. Okay, why it is taking place? The first one is mining sites. Okay, wherever mining is done, like when you go to our mining area, you must have seen how deep we have gone. Now that particular land cannot be used for any purpose. We cannot do agriculture, we even can't construct houses over there. So that is mining sites are abandoned after excavation work is complete, leaving deep scars because we go down and down and down. Okay. Now second point what you have to remember is deforestation due to mining. Okay. The land gets degraded because of deforestation due to mining. That means we want to extract the mineral and the top layer we clear it, we cut the forest. Okay. So this is your second point. Third point is overgrazing, and you have to remember in which states deforestation due to mining has taken place. Now it has taken place in Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand. These are the four states. Now, third point you need to keep in mind is land degradation is taking place due to overgrazing. Now, overgrazing has taken place in the states Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra. These are the four states. Now, next point which you have to keep in mind, degradation has taken place because of over-irrigation. Now, over-irrigation, which are the states over irrigation or they are using water more and more? That is Punjab, Western UP. Very good. These are the three states which are using too much water, irrigating their fields. And finally, what is happening when too much water is there and water is not able to come out from the land? The soils are turning into saline soils. And once the soil becomes saline, they are not useful for growing crops. Now, next is your next point which you need to remember, that in some places, industries like where cement is being produced, and industries where ceramic industry, cup plates are being, it is ceramic industry. So in the cement plant, the grinding of limestone takes place. Okay, in the ceramic industry, they grind calcite and soapstone. Clear? So when they grind all these minerals, lot of smoke is comes out, which goes in the atmosphere. Okay, now finally what will happen when it goes to the atmosphere? Again it will come down and settle down in the nearby areas. And once it settled down on the nearby areas or nearby land area, which may be agricultural land, this cement dust will cover the top layer. Okay, and what will happen? Now when it will cover the top layer, it will create a barrier. And whenever there is rainfall, the water will not be able to seep inside, okay, inside the ground. So this land also becomes infertile or becomes land degraded, which is not good for agriculture. Then the next point, it is that in recent years, industrial effluents as waste have become a major source of land and water pollution in many parts of the country. So last point is given, the waste which is coming out from industries. Okay, like leather industry also produce a lot of waste. Paper mill also produce lot of waste. So what they do, they always dump into the nearby, maybe on the land or maybe in the water. So if you are dumping on the land, land will become degraded. If you are throwing in the water will also get degraded. So this is how the land degradation is taking place in our country. So you need to remember the factor which is causing, and you need to remember in which state it is taking place. So I am marking here the main points. Point number 1, mining sites. Point 2 is deforestation due to mining. You can underline in your textbook. Third is overgrazing. Then next one is over irrigation. Find out over irrigation. Then the last one is industrial effluents, the industrial waste which is coming out. Clear? Now did you understand? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. No, one point I left it, that is your the grinding industries like your cement. Then industrial waste will come. Clear? There are many ways. Now we know what are the things or what are the factors which are degrading the land. We need to find out how it can be reduced. Okay? How we can make it less. Look at the line. There are many ways to solve the problems of land degradation. Okay? We can save our land, we can protect our land, or we can find out the ways to solve the problem of land degradation. Now the first point, it is a big paragraph, but you need to understand. Points are very easy to understand. You can break and write. First point is afforestation and proper management of grazing can help some extent. This is point number 1. Now you know the meaning of afforestation. What is afforestation? Yeah, planting trees. Good. Proper management of grazing. Now proper management, actually the animals, they don't understand. We need to divert them from one place to, when the grasses of one plot of land is over, we need to send them to the next plot of some other area, not the same area that they will continue grazing the grasses. Okay, so the management of grazing land we have to do. This is your first point. Now second point, planting of shelter belts of plants. Control on over. First one is, you can break, there are so many points. Planting of shelter belts of plants. Do you know the meaning of planting of shelter belts of plants? Anyone? Now, I'll tell you. Suppose there is a desert, or there is one desert, and the desert keeps moving with the wind. So what we need to do, we have to plant the trees around the desert. So this is a shelter belt. Clear? So we will make a shelter belt around the desert so that it will not move and it will not increase in size and it will not create another area as a desert. So that is the meaning, planting of shelter belts of plants. So you understood. Second point in the same line, control on overgrazing. It was given in the first point, management of overgrazing land. It is same again. Control on overgrazing. We need to divert the animals from one place to another place. Stabilization of sand dunes by growing thorny bushes are some of the methods. Now, it's just sand dunes by growing thorny bushes. In this desert, the sand dunes keep on moving. To stop the movement, what we need to do? In the desert, we need to grow thorny plants, cactus. Then it will not move. Next one. Proper management of wastelands, control of mining activities, proper discharge and disposal of industrial effluents and waste after treatment can reduce land and water degradation in industrial and suburban areas. Now another point, which is also having sub points, look at here. Proper management of wasteland. The wasteland in any big city, you must have seen before entering the big city, you find that there are big mountains of garbage they are throwing over there. So we need to such type of wasteland, or it can be any other wasteland. We have to do the proper planning. Then control of mining activities. Of course, we cannot stop mining, but somehow we should find out the ways that we can control it. Okay. Then proper discharge of disposal of industrial effluents, whatever waste is coming out from industries, maybe from leather industry, maybe from the sugar industry, we need to treat, then only we should discharge the waste into the water. So these are the few ways how we can control land degradation. You need to break the points and write, then it will become very easy. It's not very difficult. Okay. So 2 questions you got it today. One is how is land degradation is taking place, and the second question is given over here in this last paragraph which we completed. There are many ways to solve the problems of land degradation. You will make the question from there. What are the what steps? What steps are taken to solve the problems of land degradation? We are going to start the next resource, that is your soil as a resource. Now we are going to learn about soil. We are going to learn how it is a resource for us. Now look at that paragraph. Soil is the most important renewable resource. Point to be noted, it has come in the board examination, yes or no, that soil is a renewable natural resource or not. Now keep in mind, it is a renewable resource. Do remember, please do underline very nicely that it is a renewable resource, renewable natural resource. Okay, it takes natural process to renew. It is the medium of plant growth and supports different types of living organisms on the earth. Now, what is the importance of this soil? 2 things are given here. It is the medium of plant growth. Okay. That means the plants, they need a solid place. So they grow in the land or they grow in the soil. Then it supports different types of living organisms on the earth. So on the land, in the soil, you find so many small bacteria are there or living organisms are there. So it is supporting plant growth, even it is supporting the living organisms. So soil is important.